In life, many will find fault. Few will find solutions. Fewer, even fewest, will do something when they find out that the solution to the fault and the problem they have found begins with them, that the answer, lies with them. So sunny. Hey, precious people. If it's your first time watching any of my videos, I welcome you. My name is Precious Wandero, and welcome to Precious People Relate. And today we are relating on lifestyle, excuses, and solutions that can move us forward into the destiny that God has for us. Many years ago, when I gave my life to Christ, it's something I listened to a video from Pastor Joel Osteen many years ago, and it kind of opened my eyes. And I prayed a prayer, and I said, this is my daily prayer. God, expose me to myself. Open my eyes that I will see the things that I do that is a hindrance, that I will see the things, the way I behave, that is an obstacle to the plan and the destiny you have for me. Because it is easy for us to blame somebody else for our mistakes, to blame somebody else for our fault. It's very easy. But for us to look inward, judge ourselves, judge yourself. Where have you fallen short? What are the things that you do that is hindering you from living your best life? Your character, your attitude, your behavior. Sometimes these things are unconscious. So we need God's help to open our eyes, to tell us that there's a reason why you're always rushing to go to school or rushing to go to work. Maybe it is because you wake up late. Maybe if you wake up a little bit earlier, then you can meet up in time and beat traffic. But if you keep waking up late, you will keep hurrying and trying to overtake every driver on the road so you can get to work on time. This is a practical example. Maybe the reason why you keep looking for things in your house, every day you're looking for your house key, or you're looking for your diary or something, and it's because you are not as organized as you should be. These are the little things that God opens our eyes to see. And sometimes it is the sin we commit, is the things we do that are not in line with the destiny that God has for us. It is easy to find fault, but when you find a fault, ask God to give you the grace to find a solution to that thing, especially when it has to do with your life. There's a song we used to sing when I was a child in Nigeria, in Port Harcourt. The song is in Psalm chapter 1, Psalm 139, I think verse 23 to 24. And he said, search me, Lord, and know my ways. If there is an evil way, lead me to your everlasting love, 'cause I belong to you. And over and again I give my life, and over and again I give my soul. Over and over again, Lord, I belong to you. Search me. Every day our prayer should be search me, because you can think that yesterday you were standing. Be very careful, because tomorrow you will have fallen and you will not know. We can be stumbling blocks to ourselves. It is easy for us to point fingers. What are you doing today in your life that is hindering you from being all you have to be? Is it a relationship you keep? Is it your friendships? Is it keeping late nights? What is it that you are doing? This video today is a reminder that we should understand that our destiny is in our hands and there is consequences for our actions. You can pray and ask God to forgive you, but many times the consequence of your action, you have to live it. When Adam and Eve sinned, what did God do? God came down to fellowship with man. As he does every evening, he will fellowship with them. And he called Adam. He said, Adam, where are you? And what did Adam say? Adam said, I'm hiding. And God said, why are you hiding? And Adam said, because I'm naked. And God said, well, how are you naked? Who told you were naked? Because if you're naked all this while, so how did you know? Have you eaten of the fruit that I asked you not to eat? And what did Adam do? Instead of Adam to say, yes, Lord, I ate it. Please forgive me. Please, I am sorry. What did he do? He pushed the fault to somebody else. He said, it's the woman you gave me. Oh. If you didn't give me this woman, maybe I wouldn't have been tempted. Or I was on my own jejely. I didn't eat the fruit until you gave me Eve. And now Eve made me eat it. And then God turned to Eve. And Eve, what have you done? Why did you eat the fruit that I say you should not eat? And what did Eve do? Instead of Eve to say, oh, I'm sorry, God, I didn't listen to your instruction and ate the fruit, I listened to the serpent. What did she say? She said, it's the serpent that made me do it. Now she is pushing the blame, the responsibility. The key point is take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your actions, for the mistakes you have done, until you have taken responsibility for the role you played in the failure of a relationship, a failure of your life, of your job, of your marriage. Until you take responsibility for it, you cannot truly move forward. You cannot truly heal. You cannot truly have a window of opening that can bring you out of that situation you find yourself. Take responsibility. Look inward. What have I done that contributed to this? And what can I do to change it? And when you pray this prayer, I promise you, God will open your eyes to see what you have done wrong and what you can do to mitigate it, to move forward. Because the goal in life is that we continue to grow and be all He wants us to be. If we take the political situation, for example, it is easy for us to blame the government, blame this government, blame that administration. But in your own local government, in your own town, in your own job, how are you living your life? What are you doing that you know that if there was a camera following you up and down, that you will be ashamed of yourself? What are you doing that you know is affecting your family as a husband, as a wife, as a child, that is affecting your compound, your community, your local government, and the state and the nation at large? What are you doing? Whatever you are doing, you may not know it is wrong, but the key is ask God, expose me to myself. Not to somebody else. Expose me to myself, that I may see the things that I'm doing wrong. And even when sometimes you cannot really earnestly pray this prayer, because it's a huge prayer to pray, and God uses somebody else, maybe through this video you're watching right now, to speak to you, I want you to listen. Soften your heart. Harden not your heart, because at the end of the day, you will reap the benefits. Adam and Eve had to suffer the consequence of their action. Adam was cursed. Eve was cursed, and the serpent was cursed. We thank God for redemption through Christ. We thank God for that. But the consequence of their action is they had to leave the Garden of Eden. They couldn't see the face of God anymore. They couldn't fellowship with Him like they used to. They had to come down to earth. And we know what followed after that, the suffering of man and woman. But we thank God, at the end of the day, God had a plan through Jesus Christ. Examine yourself. Judge yourself. Look inward. What are you doing that is hindering you from being all you can be? And I promise you, if you do it, your life will never remain the same. And I want to say thank you for watching, for sharing, for liking, for subscribing, for supporting this